Audio Jungle.
Welcome once again to another episode of Story Time with Adepitan. My name is Benga Adepitan, and today I'll be telling you another very interesting and educative story. Do you remember there was a time when folklores and folk tales that has to do with animals are told with the rabbits being the center figure? That is what we usually have in our fairy tales. We talk about the rabbit this, the rabbit that. But in Africa, we use the tortoise. We talk more of our fairy tales with the tortoise. The question I want to ask today is, why do you think in Africa most folklores, fairy tales, or any story that has to do with our tradition are told with the tortoise being the center stage? Now I will tell you a story today, how that came to be. In a very far land of the animals, where all the animals live together happily, there was a time the tortoise went to pay the rabbit a visit. And he told the rabbit, in the nearest future, I want my stories to be told about me, or stories to be told using my name mostly. Since already you own the crown, can you allow that to happen since you have enjoyed that fame for so long? The rabbit laughed and responded, wisdom, my friend. Wisdom got me there. But if you want it, you have to complete a task. The tortoise asked, what task? Tell me, and let's see if I can do it. The rabbit said, very well. I want you to come back here with this jar in your hand, filled with honey, filled to the brim. Secondly, I want you to come here also with the tiger. That is, on your coming back with the jar filled with honey, you must also come along with the tiger. They all know the tiger is a very strange animal that no one can even go close to. The tortoise said, it's a deal. I will do it. When do you want it done? He said, first thing tomorrow morning. I should get all that here. Otherwise, stories will not be told in your name. And the tortoise set out on the journey. He got himself a very big jar and he went to the bees on. Before he got there, he was saying to himself, they can fill it up. They can't fill it up. They can't fill it up. They can't fill it up. And they asked him, tortoise, what is the problem? He said, it's not a big problem at that. I and my friend Rabbit got into an argument. He said, you people can't fill this jar with honey. And I told him that you can. Would you want to prove me wrong or prove him wrong? The bee said, of course we can fill it up. Then fill it up so that we'll shame him. Immediately, the bees gathered around and they filled the jar with honey. And the tortoise said, thank you. And he set out again. This time around, he sealed his eye with thread and needle that he couldn't see anything. But he was pretending as if he was seeing things. So he started singing, laughing, rejoicing, as if he was saying something beautiful, until he got to the place where the tiger was. The tiger saw the tortoise and was shocked. How come you can see with your eyes like this? He said, oh, you can't see. I can see a lot of beautiful things. The tiger immediately told him, oh yeah, come and sew my eyes too, so that I can see the things that you are seeing. Immediately, without wasting time, the tortoise sewed up the eyes of the tiger and immediately started directing the tiger to the house of the rabbits. On getting to the rabbit's place, he had a filled jar with honey and he had the tiger with him. Already, the rabbit has lost the bet, so immediately relinquished his title to the tortoise and said, from henceforth, every story that needs to be told in an African culture must be told about the tortoise. That is why today we talk about the tortoise being the most told story in African settings. What is the moral of this story? It is simple. It has to do with focus and aiming. When you have a focus, do not allow anything to deter you from that focus. Do not allow anything to change your gaze from that your goal. Tortoise was determined. He was given an almost impossible task, but he never said no. He set at it and he achieved it. That is a heart of a determined soul. What kind of heart do you have? Are you discouraged about circumstances around you and you feel your goal cannot be attained again? Are you concerned about the country where you were born and say this country is not favorable for me? No, it is about your soul. It is about your determination that will get you to that place where you belong. Be a go-getter and not a worried and a depressed soul. I hope you enjoyed the story for today. So until next week that will come your way again, I say remain blessed and I say bye-bye.